What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. I am back with another very spicy deck for you guys. This one's coming from Quacko. If you don't know him, he's another great player and content creator. I'm going to be making sure to link his Twitch down in the description, so make sure you guys go ahead and check him out. But what we are playing today is a Bard deck, which I haven't revisited Bard in a minute, with a very interesting pairing of Maokai. I was very surprised when he first showed it to me, but after thinking about it and him explaining some of the thoughts behind it, it's actually a really cool concept. I made some alterations to the deck since he gave it to me, so this is my spin on his concept, right? But essentially what you're doing here, one, you have all the different toss cards such as Maokai, Undergrowth, Dead Bloom, Thorny Toad, and Sea Scarab to accelerate your Maokai level as fast as possible. And once you get to that point where you have no cards in the deck or less cards, as you get chimes added every round, you just draw more and more chimes and are able to scale units really big. And then you have Bard to also level up and then buff your board when that is happening as well. There is a situation that you can have happen as well when you have only champs left in your deck and you play the Bard spell, which will draw a follower and then play out the chime effects of the 3 cards in your deck. But since there will be no followers at that point, you will just continuously draw or activate every chime that's left. So it's like a really strong interaction to just like buff up your board at that point. That one's a pretty rare one, but it's a pretty cool situation. And then once you're able to level up Maokai, we're able to have them against the clock. And with big Dead Bloom Wanderers and things of that nature, sometimes it's like really hard for them to push through the damage. We have Vile Feast, Undergrowth, just really good control tools in the deck. And then one of our other main win cons is just this card Atrocity right here. We are able to use the Mask Mother as well to give Fearsome to certain units. Let's say we have a big S-Miss, for example, or just the Mask Mother in hand. It like grows really large. And being able to give Fearsome to an elusive is really strong because most of the elusive blockers out there don't have enough stats to block that. So it's just like really cool as a deck, but really interesting to play. I gotta say, like, my first games, I had no idea what I was doing. It's like really counterintuitive, but once you get the hang of it, it honestly felt like a relatively strong deck. For transparency, I played 17 games with a 53% win rate, but I think that number is just a little bit lower than what it would have been if I just caught on to like the way to play the deck earlier on, because it's counterintuitive and you got to establish whether you're going for a toss win con, whether playing chimes early, and like Fading Memories, this card like is really flexible in what you can hit and like using it in timely spots. And for example, there were moments where I didn't copy a unit because I like to like keep a lot of my plays and things in hand hidden, but in spots, if I were to copy a unit and just have the ephemeral copy there to just make sure that something was getting hit with chimes, I could have leveled up Bard in spots, which would have won me potential games. We also have Glimpse as just draw and ways to kill units, which does proc the Sea Scarab, procs Maokai's effect, and we can use it on Thorny Toad for healing in certain clutch scenarios. It's also really nice with the Maokai buff, where now the Vile Feast does proc to trigger Maokai to create saplings, which is really good. And using that, I thought it was a buff that didn't really matter too much at the time. But in a deck like this, you're able to exploit it so often to just get a sapling and leverage the tempo back into your favor. And with Maokai able to get buff from chimes, it just makes his survivability so much higher, because so often he's just dying to different challenger units. They keep him vulnerable, and Maokai being on the board just makes his level up progression happen so much faster. So being able to play him onto the board and have him be less of just less vulnerable to removal is really nice. But again, this was a very, very cool deck and just one I just had to throw on the channel. So once again, shout out to Quacko. But as far as the deck tech, that's going to be it. If you guys haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. Check in the description. I got the link to my Twitch and Discord. You guys are trying to get involved with some of the other content that I am making regularly. And yeah, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, everybody. Again, these are some really fun games, so hopefully you guys enjoy them. and I'll see you guys next time. Alright, pretty interesting matchup against TLC where they also mill our deck, really. I feel like we gotta get tossing against this. I feel like that's gonna be one of our main win cons. Play a Chime, Scarab, eat it with the Mass Mother. I don't know, this is still relatively slow. We probably have to eat the Toad. But I think we're just gonna get this down first so that if he kills here, we get a toss from it. Again, I think is gonna be important to kind of like hyper work on that, right? He just gets this down, probably just passing. There's one of our vials for sure. This will also have some like good stats, which is kind of cool. I don't know if it's better to like copy it and play the, well, I guess in this case this is probably better. Let's get the chimes.
Nice to meet you. Ha!
We'll copy this. We have a 5/8 fearsome and he only has one fearsome blocker. That's gonna go to 6 attack. So it does kill his Trundle or we get a lot of damage.
Start the story.
Looks great.
You got a problem? They look angry.
I know a lot of times they are down to trade their Trundle because they have like more copies.
I will bury the world in ice.
We'll play this ephemeral and we'll get some extra value by eating that with the Mask Mother.
If they're out there, I'll spot them.
The mask they wear tell their tale.
Okay, this will also be at 6/9 exactly, ironically. Chimes go nowhere, unfortunately, because we just have no units. Maybe it would have been worth to copy something to just have it catch the buffs. I don't know if that counts for, I don't think it does count for Bard, if it doesn't actually hit anything. I think I'm going to copy the Sentry. Maybe play it out next round. I don't know what's better there.
These old eyes still see far and clear.
Alright, we're going to kill his ramp too. That way he doesn't go to 8 mana.
Light the signal fires.
Okay, we get the Undergrowth. More tosses. The Bellringer gone. This is deep now, so as far as atrocity, that becomes a pretty good card. Oh, I was tripping. I thought the Scarab was the Mass Mother for like a half second.
See the Demacian border.
It was not. We're just gonna hit a Vengeance on this, so he might not have any fearsome blockers after. He could have another Trundle, which is maybe something I should have considered, but I doubt he taps below 5. And we have a read on him that he doesn't have one from that earlier turn. We're fine taking the damage. We have healing, we have more drain. Not a big deal at all. You could be drawing for it too if I kill it. So we want to be cautious of that. Another Sea Scarab, pretty pointless. It is nice that it is just another big unit, right? Entreat could be Entomb or Trundle, we'll see. So probably Entomb. I could probably just go ahead and use... Oh, he just lost the game. Yeah. I was gonna say, I'm like, I could probably use the Atrocity on the Scarab just so we don't lose our Fearsome unit, but the fact that he just went for that... Unless he runs Absorb Soul. Unless he runs Absorb Soul, this is just good. Not a bad game. Pretty clean finish. I was like really hyper focused on the toss, but the thing that ended up being our win con was just he had no Fearsome blockers. Alright, we're against Alawi. I think I want Chimes. And I think I want... Yeah, I don't know. We just need to scale up our units to deal with his big tentacle situation that he's going to be creating. Hard removal, I would say generally would be good, but then he's Ionia. It's probably the scarier build to go against right now. For our deck in general. I don't mind in general. We'll play this, get the Chimes. See how they hit. Any second now. There it is. Mass Brothers, pretty useless with what we have in hand so far. So we're gonna want to bank for Maokai. I think I want to get this down because we're gonna go Maokai, Vile Feast, and then this will just get us more toss as well. They're setting up the spawn 4. Means we're not gonna go for... I mean, I technically could go for the push of damage, but I don't think it's worth. I think we just kick back.
The sea she calls, the world will
Okay, so he taps below the...
I remember the fight. Do you feel her presence?
Trying to think if it's worth to just kill this here. I mean, with Maokai on the board, I guess this is fine. Just heal up a little bit. This card got in the hand. I played it out of hand earlier. I played against this deck, and it just made a situation where we just had no win con. So I think preserving that for the extra toss, although it is valuable, it might just be better to like get rid of that right away. So this is unfortunate because we don't have mana for Vengeance. So we just have to play into the Tentacle Smash and just hope this is the one time where they just don't have it.
Storm's brewing. Storm's
Okay, not a
always
bad
brewing.
look. We need to keep this to proc Maokai for next round. The Vengeance is relatively cool. This is going to be a huge... That's crazy that that's the unit it hits, but okay. Get our 7/7. And get our Ephemeral. And we could end up in a spot where he has no Fearsome blockers after this Vengeance. Him holding up 4 mana probably does that for a reason, but again, we still just gotta try. It's really, really big if it went through. Unfortunate. $13 out of 25 for that. I don't know what the consideration is. If he's thinking of like recalling it or what. He's just pissed. Okay, still can't block Fearsome, but it's like the big thing here. I really, really want to get this 8 damage in.
Success.
We can.
Around here.
The vulnerable doesn't carry over, right? Honestly, I think this isn't bad. Just get this as a 9/9. Push 10. It's even more than that, really. We passed a deny check. So we'll see, like, there's a safe moment to do this. So these chimes are kind of just whiffing at the moment, but don't think it really matters.
Let us meet dark skies with bright souls.
I think this is as green of a light as we're gonna get. That's money. 2 games, 2 Mass Mother just broken apparently, but I like it. Alright, up against Plunder. I like Maokai. And this other stuff. I almost want to keep a fading just to like punish them attacking with something here. Just get it down early. Self buff on the Bard. Buffs the Maokai is what I would hope for the most here.
Let's get him, crew. I'll shoot the wings off a bilge wasp.
Right, slowed him up. Toss him around. Okay, there's the Maokai buff that we were talking about.
Oh, I've never met anyone
Going
like you.
pretty wide, but he hit the biggest low roll of the Dragon Chow. Don't mind it.
I've got this. Captain's orders. Bullet to the face.
We're just gonna set up this toss, and I could see myself literally playing Mass Mother this next round. I'm just chopping this up for some good damage. That's unfortunate, because the whole reason I thought that would be good is because of the fact he had no fearsome blockers, but quickly became not the case. Maybe a huge Bard is good.
Gotta go with the flow.
Heal up a little bit. He's only at 1 out of this.
Not today.
Yeah, that's literally the most usage he could get from the Chow. It's just literally just sacrificing it to the Bard. Unfortunate. Okay, so he did get to proc that round. Pretty big for him. Found a win con. Pretty happy about that.
The Isles will bloom again.
I don't know if they're like at what point we'd want to use the spell if we did. That just gives them the 1 extra damage, right?
Don't stand in my way.
There's just Bard block here is huge. Like, again, I really wanted to give us that fearsome blocker. I could also just drag it with the Challenger as well.
Give them room to spread their leaves.
Unfortunate. What is that now? 4 out of 5. Still hasn't played it yet. I'm just gonna try this. Only 1. That's so sad.
Not my first gunfight.
Okay, we will have the ability to heal this with sapling toss if we want.
I'm not greedy. My
He misses a legion, so that's Sejuani warning.
The mask they wear tell their tale.
4/7. Alright. Yeah, because we need like one of these units at 20 in this spot. Super scuffed. That's crazy. That still wasn't enough though. That's 16. 2 more chimes. Buddy,
You own what you take.
I could have told you about that play a long time ago.
And so, life springs anew.
Missed. Through the coral.
Fight for your lives.
It's terrifying. I think we just played this Maokai, right?
It must be cut away.
And then if I play this Mass Mother, I can just get a challenger from it. Maybe take out one of these Zaps. Unfortunate. Not exactly what we wanted to see. Or even close to it, I'd say. We have to stack like onto the same thing, I think. This 10 attack is pretty big. Does that, okay, I thought for a second, I'm like, does that really stop that from happening?
Find the beginning.
This 10 connects, that's huge. Just being wide, powerful. And not surprised to see that block at all. That's
Fight like
crazy.
the animal you are.
That is crazy protective right there. Still think better for us though. No chime, sad.
Let's do this.
Death becomes you.
Life starts small.
We saw our second Atro out the window.
Don't ask where it's from. Ask how much.
Steals from our deck. That's interesting. I don't know what. Okay. What he takes that matters. That's actually one of the more annoying cards, I'd say.
Started without me.
Alright, he's wide as all hell. He set up another blocker. We're deep. Pretty sick. We'll level this man's up. Hoping to level him up by more, but okay. Oh, there it is. That's crazy. Well then.
Protect our
8-7,
grove,
let's go.
and so life springs anew. I am the forest.
See if we can stall this guy out. If he hasn't found GP yet. Kind of believe.
Life starts small.
It's clearing up the space for...
Work, you dogs!
Yeah, there's nothing there. I might even just after this. I might like give up on the plan to like.
Fire beware!
That just deals 4. But the plan to like go for this with the win and just try to instead just survive it. And that's why I think like keeping this healthy would be pretty huge. Because it doesn't seem like he has a way to proc the Sejuani. Because I feel like he would have gone for it way before. So we're at 14. This heals if it blocks. This has regen too, which is really nice. Pushing like 3. Just get to buff our board every time. Not bad. And we'll challenge it on the next one. I think this was like a good pivot towards a win, if at all possible. Okay, so he goes for the freeze across. Sure, I mean, I don't think I care if he just gets 3 damage in, right?
In range.
This can block. This can take some damage. This can take some damage. All good. What I would hate to see is the Sejuani spell. As long as it's not that, all good by me.
Give them room to spread their leaves.
I'm gonna play this right, and I'm probably gonna eat this, so if he does have a way to proc it, okay, we're gonna keep running with the hand read that we have, that he doesn't have a way to freeze. Yeah, and he had enough there. That was fire. Maokai actually getting us there. That is a rare game, but that is fire. All right, we up against the GOAT Grappler. I think he's playing Ballista Zed, which sounds really interesting. I think I just keep Maokai and the Esmus and we kick this other stuff, right? Get a Toad, definitely not bad for survivability and stuff like that. Try and miss the Toad. We're gonna have a cracked Toad apparently. Pretty funny. I don't know if we ever try for an Undergrowth if he plays a Zed. Still has Ionia going for him. I mean, now he has no protection for it, which is really sweet. Got the huge Bard. I mean, we just block with this, right? We kind of want it to die most of the time anyways. Next round, we'll play Maokai, and then we'll just Vile Feast this. And we'll get our challenger right.
We are at the threshold of something great.
Goes for the stun on that. No worries. See if he has Nopify. Death Mark on our Maokai is a little sad. But we're at least going to get this kill.
What we do is so much bigger than us both.
This can attack. I could have this swing too, but I think it's relatively pointless. It's now a unit I could copy and stun if I have to. That's a little unfortunate. You gotta do my boy Maokai like that.
Do not fear the shrouded path.
If you do not have a part to play, take one.
Our purpose calls to us. We cannot turn away.
Since this is just guaranteed dead now I think we just go for the undergrowth. And we just go block on these. All good. I think we're looking to play out this bard. Chime misses the bard, unfortunately. Could be on vengeance on his deck. We'll see. But with the 8, like, the twins won't matter.
This is my only chance. It's done.
Don't want to keep a unit get hit by this. Have a vengeance, depends on deny if it ends up like working out for us. It's a shame because I can't copy the stagehand anymore. Like, I maybe would have wanted to try that.
Fresh catch? Well, it was fresh.
I want to see when he attacks. So he's going to get a bunch of sharks. Kind of rough. We'll just copy the toad to keep our health up.
We are at the threshold of something great.
Okay, so you're just getting the kill there. You tap below deny. The syncopates. Clutch as fuck. Okay. And he just literally gets that unit back. That is cute, extremely cute.
I know what I must do.
Yeah, his effect wouldn't be going there. So if he just wants to get Bard down for that, like kill Bard, that'd be fine. Boom, save this, take 10, heal 2. Not bad. Relatively. But yeah, we're gonna have to make some magic happen for sure. This Bard leveling is gonna be pretty critical. And we might need to just eat this for damage. Push 6. It's an option. He probably runs Harrowing in his deck. I don't know what else we have to be like concerned about. I could push 6, stack this for 12. I have to wait. I think we wait it out. Yeah, there it is. Level up. A little bit more stats. And if he goes for one... The thing is, the Harrowing doesn't even, like, benefit him too much here. So just die. He gets sharks. Live at 1. Okay.
It's
Not bad. Beat this. 14-8 Bard. I mean, not Bard, but Mass Mother.
Sure is dark, eh?
No blocker there. That's completely cool. We'll just pass. This attack does force something from him. This is interesting.
Hey, what's that?
Bit of damage from it.
Oh, heck.
We have enough life. Well, I guess we don't. I guess we just gotta rip it.
I've a math for you.
Alright, Prage. Easy Atro. The Atro combo too strong. That was rough. We tried to hold it out as long as possible, but hey, he had no answer.